Hey guys, D-Man here, and today I am reviewing Lock and Key, not Key House. I was about to say Key House, but Lock and Key, the new Netflix original series, season one. um, just this came out today as I'm reviewing it, but this review is probably going to come out in a few days, or probably going to come out like I don't know, maybe tomorrow. I don't know. So I just finished it today, 10 episodes. I stayed up from like 8 o'clock in the morning till like whenever it finished. um, it was pretty cool. I gotta be honest, it was pretty good. It's pretty good. Um, okay, so let's do spoiler free then spoilers because I know a lot of people hate spoilers for these things, and plus you might not have watched this yet. So spoiler free review for this. It was good. Okay, it was good, but there were some parts in there that you were just like, meh, you know. Some parts in there you're just like, okay, that's gonna happen. Like this is gonna happen, and it happens. Some parts in there you're just like, this is gonna happen, and you're like, ooh, it happened a little bit differently, but it still happened. You know what I mean? It's like on that line of just like knowing what's gonna happen, but sometimes not knowing what's gonna happen. You know, it's on that line. It's just like maybe this will happen, maybe it won't. You know, it's on that line. It's interesting. Um, it's good. As I already said, it's 10 episodes long. I think the episodes are about 45 to an hour apiece, 45 minutes to an hour an episode. Um, so it's really good. It's really cool looking. It's based off a comic, if I'm not mistaken. The characters are okay, most of them. Some of them are just like, eh. But yeah, the characters are okay. There's a lot of things that happen that are left as plot holes for, I'm assuming, a season two, but who knows? Um, but we'll get into that in the spoiler part. But yeah, all in all, though, I really enjoyed it, and I would suggest going to watch this. Maybe not binging it unless you want to, but I would definitely suggest going to watch this because I definitely did like this, the show, the series, so far. So it was very interesting so far. Um, so spoiler alert, by the way. Okay, now we're going to spoilers because I can't really say anything else about it without spoiling it. So, okay, let's go into spoilers. So, what were the good parts and what were the bad parts? Let's start off with the good parts. The good parts were actually the characters were pretty good. The acting was pretty good, even from the child actor, which is surprising because most child actors are kind of just like meh, you know. So the child actor is actually pretty good in this one. Um, the plot lines were okay, but some of them were kind of stupid. Like, let's talk about the plot lines. So there's one where this girl has fear. She gets rid of it by using a mind key because these keys can go into your mind. Basically, the premise of the show is like these keys, they have powers, and they're all from this key house, but we don't know exactly where they're from. And there's like this demon lady or demon thing coming after them, and we don't know exactly why. It's really interesting. It's like really confusing and stuff like that, but it's all happening. And we still don't know like what these keys are from, or what they're made from, or what the black door is. We don't know any of this, but we do know it exists in this world. So that's all we know so far. um, but yeah, man, like the keys are the key. You know what I mean? The keys are the key. So basically, we have one plot line with the girl with the daughter, forgot her name, sorry. But the daughter, she's scared of everything because of an incident that happened in her own home where a guy broke in and killed her father and went kind of nuts. It was very interesting to see. um, and then at the end, she got rid of her fear. It was a cool little plot line at first. But then by the end, her fear is just kind of wandering out there, attacking things that she's afraid of, I guess, because her fear attacks things. And she just kind of leaves it at that. And plus, her fear, when she gets rid of it, it kind of gets rid of like other emotions too, which is kind of stupid. Like, I get it. She gets rid of her fear, which means probably like her anxieties and her like fear of consequences, I assume. But like other things, like she's not really. She's like on the more morally gray side at this point. You know what I mean? Like, does taking away your fear make you immoral? Because it's kind of like that. It's kind of like morally gray. So I don't know. But it's interesting as a concept, but kind of weird because it's just like, why is she doing all these bad things when it's just like her fear got taken away? But does that mean she's gonna be more evil now, or I don't know? It's kind of weird. And then we have the story about the brother, the older brother. He's basically like shocked because he said like to the killer of his dad, he said like, if you ever go crazy, come kill my dad too. And he thought for the longest time that it was his fault. And it was kind of stupid for him to think that way because he's a teenager, borderline adult. So stupid thoughts, I guess. And I guess anybody would think that if you told someone like that, and then all of a sudden they killed your dad. I guess you would think that as well. But interesting to see that. It's just like this teenager going through this trauma of him thinking that he killed his dad until finally he realizes when the kid that killed his dad comes back, and then he's just like, no, it was the well lady sort of thing. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool ending to that. But the whole thing, it's kind of a meh. And there's some mad love things in there, like, oh, like the girl likes these boys, and then she picks one of the boys. It's kind of stupid at the end, but I'll tell you about that at the end. But she picks one of the boys, and it's kind of just like a meh. And then the guy has this love story, and it's kind of like a meh. You know what I mean? Like the love stories are kind of meh. And then we have the child's, the baby brother, his storyline. He basically starts finding these kids. He tells his siblings about them. He tells his mom about them too, but she can't remember for some odd reason because one of the keys takes away the memories, I guess. And for some reason, she gets her memories taken away, but some people can remember, some people can't. It's very confusing. We don't understand how it works or why. All we know is that some people get their memories taken away, some people don't. That's all we know. um, so the little brother finds these keys, tells his siblings. They have a cool little thing where they start finding keys and stuff, and then his siblings start hiding things from him. But he's a little dude, he's a little dude. It's pretty interesting. He's probably like one of my favorite characters, one of the bear characters. There's a whole plot line where here's a bear trap, and I never go back to it. It's really messed up. Like the guy, a more mentally handicapped person was working there, and he gives him a bear trap, and we just never talk about it again. It just shows it once, and then it's just like, oh, it's gone. Never mind about that. So that's interesting and dangerous. Sadly, we never get to talk about it again. Then we have the mom. She has a plot line where she's kind of like depressed about her husband dying, and she's trying to figure out everything that's happening, and she starts to think she's going crazy, but at the end she's not going crazy. And at the end she's okay, and she also was a drunk at one point when she started to drink again, and let's just say at the end she's okay after her plot line of kind of going crazy, but then kind of going not crazy. It's very like am I going crazy? Am I not going crazy? It was actually probably one of the better plot lines, to be honest. And then we have the last episode, which was probably the stupidest episode, to be honest. They finally kill the witch, or demon, whatever, and they send her back, but you can totally tell, because as I said previously, this series has those things where it's just like, this is going to happen, but sometimes it turns and it's just like, oh, it happened, but it was a slightly different thing that happened. You know what I mean? This thing has that, but some of them are really easy to tell. It's just like, oh, they're going to throw the witch away, but it's not going to be the witch. It's not going to be the demon, and it's going to be this guy's mom. It's kind of stupid. It's kind of stupid and tellable, and also really confusing, because at the end, it's like, turns out this one guy that the girl's dating, he's the demon the whole time. And one of the demons, when they opened the door, got into this other girl. Now there's two demons I should say, not four. Two demons, It's weird. It's just like, what? It's like your whole point was to open the door, and when you open the door, one of your comrades get out, and then you shut it, and then nothing happens. I guess sequel bait, right? But still, that's really stupid, because they have unnatural, like, demon powers. Like, they're really strong and stuff. But at the same time, not strong enough. I guess it's kind of it's weird because they open the door, only one gets out, and there's like, oh, that's good. Shut the door now. Um, Even though like they're stronger than a normal human. They had this shadow thing on, which is a really cool key. But no, it just opens the door once and then they shut it, and one extra demon gets out. I guess it's very weird little plot line at the end there. What else to say about it? What else? So the ending was kind of like a meh, it's kind of just like a, hey man, show don't tell, but it was just kind of just like a too much show and too much tell. It's just like, hey, we're gonna tell you the whole plot line that went on, and that's how you're gonna get it. You should have just been like, hey, we're hinting at this, but no, they're just like, here's the whole thing. Let me explain it to you. It's kind of stupid. It's like, what? It's like, I don't need you to baby me, motherfucker. But yeah, interesting nonetheless, and interesting, I guess, is the last thing I could say about it, really. So some parts pretty meh, some parts are just kind of stupid, but some parts are just like, damn, that's pretty interesting, that's pretty good. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this review. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, and share. Hit the bell notification. That's the best way to keep up my channel. Link down below to my Twitter. And as always, my friends, stay sane. Peace.
I will eat you, and you will be in my belly. You will be the urchin of